Hi everyone, and if you've landed on this video, my guess is you're trying to repair something that has an Intermatic motor that has failed. Most commonly it's the arrow ball clock as you see pictured here. Maybe you have one of their other products, the Domino clock or the coin clock. Or maybe you have a vintage Kit Kat clock, pool timer, Sankyo Digital Clock, all kinds of other devices out there that usually have a problem with the Intermatic motors. And in this video, I'm not here to teach you how to fix the motors. There's other videos for that. But I'm going to show you how easy it is to find the part that always fails and how cheaply you can actually find it if you just do a little bit of searching around. So keep on watching. So what do all these devices have in common? Well, they're all using an Intermatic motor, and usually they all appear to have failed or burned out. And in probably 99% of the cases, your problem is the little nylon pinion gear that has crumbled or hardened. When this part fails, the motor will act like it's not even plugged in. You're going to think it's completely dead, but all that's usually wrong is that little pinion gear needs to be replaced. So where do you find these parts? There's actually a lot of places to get them. You can get them on Zorro, you can get them on Grainger, or Amazon, or eBay. And all you need to do is buy virtually any Intermatic motor, or my favorite, the older stock Intermatic timers. And I'm going to demonstrate that right now. So here's an Intermatic timer I picked up on eBay, paid maybe $5 or $6 for this. And I'm going to show you how to get the part you need from this timer. Okay, so I've got the timer out of the package, and now I'm going to show you how to cut this open and get the parts you need. First, you're going to drill into the 4 holes on the back of the timers. They all have the 4 holes, and they're real easy to drill into. They're just plastic fasteners. So let's drill these out. There's one more buried under the label there. And once you do that, you'll be able to break this open like an egg. And then you just pull out the motor. And now we're going to get the part by bending one of the pins. And we'll pop the cover off. And there they are, the parts you're looking for. So when you pull these gears out of the motor, they may not look exactly like what you have. So let me show you a couple of the differences. On the top, you'll see these cams, and that is involved with keeping the motor spinning in one direction. You might see 2 of those, you might see 1 of them. Doesn't really make a difference. And when you look on the bottom, you'll see that one has sort of an elongated stem, and the other one is more flat. The flat tends to be in the real old vintage timers, but either way you can use them. If yours is flat like this, then it'll fit in your motor just fine. If you get one of the gears that has that little stem sticking out, you need to go to your motor and remove that little silver disc that's in there. I call it a spacer. I've heard it called oiler or whatever you want to call it. Just grab that with the pliers and pop it right out, and the gear with the stem will fit right in there perfectly. It's sort of a one-piece improvement that they'd come out with. Either gear is going to solve your problem. So here's an example of one of the timers I picked up on eBay for maybe $4 or $5. And it has the Intermatic motor inside it, obviously. But what I want to show you is how to look at these timer packages and figure out, will this one have the motor? Because some of the timers that came out towards the end of their production cycle didn't have the motors inside. So I'll show you a couple of clues on how to know. And after you've done it a while, you can actually tell by just holding one of these, just from the weight of the timer, you can tell that the motor is going to be in there. So you're looking at some timers on eBay and you're thinking, is this one going to have the motor? Well, here's a couple of clues. You want to look at the part number on the back, not the model number, but the part number. And it usually looks like this with the arrow there. You'll see a TN somewhere in the number. If you see that TN, you're going to be good. If you see dashes or hyphens in that number, or it's broken into 2 parts, Those are going to be the newer versions of the timers, and you're not going to find a metal motor in there. You're going to find plastic junk that you don't want. So here's an example of a timer that you might see on eBay that is not going to have the motor. Notice the dashes in the part number, or the hyphens. You also don't see the TN. This is not going to have the metal motor in most cases. You're going to find just a piece of plastic in there that has no value to you. So really try to find the part number of the timer you're buying. One of the models I constantly see on eBay, and I think you can still even find on Home Depot online, is the TN311. And you will find this type of part number on the back. And a lot of sellers don't show a picture of the back, which you really need. But if you see a part number like this with the dashes, I would recommend that you don't buy it. You may be wasting your money, and once you cut the timer open, it's too late to return. So I hope you found this helpful. I've learned so many things over the years from YouTube on how to repair things myself and save lots of money, and I was trying to find a way to give something back, and I'm hoping that this might save somebody a few dollars. And if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments and I'll try and answer. I'll be including links to some of the websites where you can buy these motors or the timers, whichever route you want to go. And let me know what you think. Thank you.